Yeah, man. You already know what it is. It's the one and only, the Big 7 Up, man. Live and direct with another video for y'all today. Pray everybody having a great day today, man. And today I got another story time with y'all, man, for y'all. Since y'all was liking the last story time about when I was locked up with the serial killer at 16 years old. I see y'all like that one, so I'm gonna give y'all another story, man. And this story right here, bro, this is gonna be the first fade that I had caught. The first fade that I caught, bro, when I was in prison, bro. But, well, I was in juvenile. I was in juvenile prison. Well, I'll tell you both. I'll tell you my first juvenile fight, and then I'll tell you my first adult prison fight, too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, that's two stories in one for y'all. So, yeah. Grab your popcorn, grab your chips, grab something to drink, man. Because this about to be heavy, bruh, and funny as hell, bruh. So, look. For y'all that's just now tapping in, gang, you know I caught my case when I was 15 years old, man. You feel me? I was technically a baby, you feel me? I was out here making some bad decisions and stuff like that, man, which caused me to catch a case at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my living situation growing up was kind of dysfunctional. I didn't have a dad. You know what I'm saying? The same old story that you probably hear a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? But what it all really boiled down to was decisions, y'all. You feel me? And even though I was young, bruh, I still had my own decisions and choices to make. And I wasn't making the best decisions that I should have been making as a child. You feel me? Which led me to be hanging with the wrong people. And then hanging with the wrong people led me to eventually catching the case, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm locked up, bruh, and I'm in juvenile detention center. So for y'all who don't know, I got arrested for a murder. It was basically a robbery gone wrong. I went into a person's home to rob them, you feel me? And while I was inside, somebody else came in inside the home while I was robbing this person. So in the midst of me committing this robbery, now somebody is coming in the home while I'm committing this robbery. So now I have to be on defense as I'm in the home, because it's seeming as if they know that I'm inside the home. You get what I'm saying? Which is a whole nother story. You feel me? And y'all can check out my interview for that. But in the midst of me committing this robbery, somebody came in and I had to defend myself. I had to defend myself at that point in time, which led me to, you know, catching a murder. You feel me? So I'm really glad to be here talking to y'all, bro. I'm really blessed, bro. I'm really fortunate, bro. That's why I be pushing these videos out as much as I can, because y'all really don't understand, bro, how fortunate I am to be here right now talking to y'all, bro. A lot of people take it for granted and they take it lightly, you know what I'm saying? Because you might know somebody who might have came home for a murder, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand that every situation is different. You get what I'm saying? People be affected differently by situations, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, bruh, the way that I was affected by what I went through, it was a little different. It was a little harder for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still deeply affected by what happened, and I'm still, you know, living in that. I'm still living in that. I'm still living in that. I'm still traumatized. I'm still suffering. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know when I ever will, like, find peace. Find the peace that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that's why I pray. That's why I pray every day. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate y'all for tapping in and locking in with me. Sending me the encouraging words. I do receive every single comment. I receive every single encouraging comment from every single person, and it means the world to me, bro. Y'all do not understand. So appreciate that, y'all. Keep that love rocking for me. Now, I'm in Juvenile, you know what I'm saying? And this is not my first time in Juvenile, you know what I'm saying? But this is my first time in Juvenile with a murder charge. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different this time, yeah. It's a little different this time for sure. Just because I'm knowing that I'm not just gonna be in and out of here. I know I'm not just gonna be in and out. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was gonna be in there. You feel me? And I didn't know for how long. I wasn't sure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really understand the severity of it, that I could spend the rest of my life in there. I didn't know that I could potentially, get sentenced to death for what I had did. You know what I'm saying? None of that was really going through my mind at the time, but I did know that, it wasn't gonna be in and out. So, with that being said, I was, instantly, as soon as I got in there, I was, just like war mentality. You know what I'm saying? War mentality. And that's what it was. So, as I'm in there, the units was broken up, like to separate the juveniles. We had different blocks. So one day I'm walking to the bathroom, and in between the units are like little rooms or classrooms. Well, you could use it for almost anything, but they used it for class, for school sometimes. It was a little bitty little room, you know what I'm saying? And at this time, they was doing a program in that room with a different unit. And all of a sudden, as I'm walking to the bathroom, I heard a knock on the window. And so I look, and it's this boy. And he like, "Hey man, you did my people. You unalive my people." So I'm like, what? And he just started barking real loud and crazy, you feel me? Now, I ain't never been the loud, obnoxious type of guy. Never. That's never been my style. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the streets, I never was really the loud, obnoxious type. I get hyped up. Don't get me wrong, I could get hyped. But you won't just catch me on that all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm more reserved. I'm in a cut like Fredo. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't never underestimate no man. You feel me? You can't never underestimate no man, bruh. Feel me? And that's what people used to fail to realize when I was real young, was I used to be the quietest person in a room, and a lot of people used to underestimate me or didn't pay me no attention. But that worked to my advantage in the long run, because for one, I didn't want a lot of attention put on me, because I was such in poverty growing up. I lived in such a poverty-stricken environment that I didn't have a lot of the latest stuff. I didn't have a lot of latest gear or latest anything for that matter. And because of that, I didn't want a lot of attention or a lot of light shed on me because of that. But anyways, so the boys see me, bruh, as I'm walking. The boys see me as I'm walking to the bathroom. The boys see me like, and he get the beating on the window like, and so I'm like, what's up? So he get to going crazy, like I'm saying, barking, going crazy. Like I said, I'm not really the loud type of guy, you feel me? I'm an action type of guy, bruh. You feel me? I never was a loud type of obnoxious type of guy. I'm more of a, I'ma bust my move, you feel me? I'ma bust my move, I'ma do what I'ma do. And then when it's done, it's done. It's over with, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'ma do my talking, through my action, you feel me? So he doing all this through a window. You know what I'm saying? I can't touch him, he can't touch me at the time, you feel me? So it's really pointless to even be getting hyped up. So he's swearing up and down what he gonna do to me because, you know, I hurt his people. You know what I'm saying? That was the reason that I was in there. You feel me? Allegedly. So boom, so I ended up running into Buddy though, bruh. I end up running into Buddy like, probably like, let me see, probably like a week later, bruh. No cap, bro. I ended up running into Buddy, bruh. So this had happened. So in the juvenile detention center, bruh, we used to have to walk, like, cause we would leave our unit and we would go to different classes and things like that. They had activities for us to keep us busy throughout the day. So we would like go to art class, we would go to the library, we would have computer class, we would have you know, outside time and things like that to play basketball and work out. You know, so they would keep us busy throughout the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as we was going to different activity, I forgot exactly what it was. It might have been a art class or something like that. As we was going to art class, I ended up seeing his classroom. But when we was walking, we had to all move in a single file line. You know what I'm saying? When we walk, we gotta walk in a single file line. So I'm walking with my classroom, but I see his classroom across the highway. So as soon as I notice his classroom and shit, we lock eyes, boom. We lock eyes instantly. I see him, he see me, boom. So he know what's up. He was the one doing the majority of the talking through the window the other day. You know what I'm saying? So you would have thought that he would have been the first one to pop off, but he wasn't. I was the first one to pop off because I'm not never gonna give another man a chance to pop off on me. So I blasted off on him immediately. As soon as I synced him, I jumped out of line, boom, 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 on some Mike Tyson shit, boom, 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 and it was over with. You feel me? The guards came, rushed and shit, grabbed us. You know what I'm saying? Separated us and stuff like that. And then took us all back to our units, you feel me? Now, when I'm in juvenile detention center, you don't go to the hall or nothing like that. They just put you back in your cell until for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta sit in your room for a couple hours until it died down, and that's it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened during that situation, during my first fight altercation. I never did run into bruh ever again during my prison sentence, but I did run into some more of dude's family that I had allegedly unalived. I did run into some more of his family while I was incarcerated. And while I was in juvenile, when they finally bound me over, they sent me to the county, and I was in the county, and some of his people came in the county, and you know, he was asking about me. So as soon as he gets sent on a unit, he go around asking about, you know, is it a guy on a unit that, you know, blase to his people. You know what I'm saying? So because at the time in the juvenile tank in the county, I was the only juvenile in the county at the time to have a murder charge. Because of that reason, they automatically knew that he was talking about me. You get what I'm saying? He comes into the unit, he's asking about somebody who just did something to his people, and that's a juvenile who unalived his family. I'm the only person in here that has a murder charge on my case that I'm fighting. So they automatically knew that he was talking about me. You get what I'm saying? But one thing he wasn't counting on was me running the block. He wasn't counting on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, by the time he got there, I was already running it. I was already running the whole block. So, but he didn't know that. So, of course, they come back and tell me that this fat motherfucker is asking about me. You know what I'm saying? And so at the time, you know, I'm young. You come in here, your first thing is you automatically looking for me. You know what I'm saying? What else am I supposed to think, bro? You know what I'm saying? What else am I supposed to think, bro? Feel me? So I make my move. You know what I'm saying? I make my move. You gotta be smarter than this. You gotta be able to outsmart your opponent, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying you gotta be able to outsmart your opponent. You can't just be moving off of impulse or moving off of emotions. You gotta know what you doing when you doing it, bruh. Cause if you don't, that could cost you, bruh. You feel me? So because he wasn't thinking clearly, he come onto the pod and he making bad impulsive decisions off the rip instead of just sitting back and observing. Because if he would have sat back and observed, he probably would have just figured it out on his own without asking nobody. But instead, he asked and he made the wrong decision by asking because he came back to me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was able to then therefore make my defense move like boom, boom, boom. And it was over with for him from that point on. He wasn't even able to live on a block with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just too much pressure going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real crazy for him. You feel me? And then he had to start paying me. You know what I'm saying? And then he just started had to pay me. You know what I'm saying? To even breathe on a block with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not glorifying none of that stuff, man. I'm not glorifying none of that stuff, bruh. If you watching this, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all my story, bruh, and that's what happened. You feel me? But unfortunately, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Every decision that I made, bruh, was to defend myself, bruh. I had never been no type of person who just been seeking vengeance on people or seeking some type of opposition or looking for, you know, violence to attend on people. No, I'm not on none of that, bro. I mean, and I wasn't. But you have to understand the mindset of a kid who grew up in poverty with no father and his mother is a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to comprehend literally almost anything facing the circumstances that you facing on a day-to-day basis, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to think clearly about anything and make the right decisions literally on anything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what it's like growing up in a trap house. A lot of people don't know what that's like. I know what that's like. I couldn't even go to school. I did go to school. I couldn't even focus, bro, because I'm so tired and I'm so hungry. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, and I've been up all night long, bro, because it's been traffic coming to my house like a fucking 24/7 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what that's like, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that's like, though. You feel me? So you judge me because you see me in school and I'm acting up, and you judge me. But you don't know that I didn't even get no sleep last night. I'm tired. I'm just really doing all this extra ass stuff because I'm trying my best to stay awake. You know what I'm saying? That's it for real. But nobody know that though. You know what I'm saying? And so, bruh, so when I'm telling you certain things like about, you know, my experiences, bruh, that I did while I was incarcerated, bruh, I don't want you looking at this like, oh, he ain't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? He still on the same type of time. He over there glorifying that stuff, man. He ain't learning his lesson. You feel me? Like, nah, like, bruh, cause that's not the case at all, gang. You feel me? That ain't the case at all, gang. So let me tell you about this second fight though that I got into, bro, when I was an adult. You feel me? Cause them incidents happened when I was in juvie. So, like I was telling y'all, I was running my own organization when I was 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when I turned 18, a lot of the same little homies that I had up under me in juvie, they was still following me when we turned adults. When we turned 18, they was still looking to me for guidance. And they was still looking to me, you know, as that big homie figure. You know what I'm saying? That had they back and had their best interests. And man, you feel me? And that's why they continued to follow me even when we became adults. They still chose to follow me and my guidance because they trusted me and they believed in me and what I was on and what I stood for, you feel me? And and I always did music. I always did music since I was a shorty. I was doing music before I went to prison. So I continued to make music when I got incarcerated throughout my whole bid. And so we was in the TV room, cause that's where we all used to just link up and kick it. Was in the TV room, but we didn't ever watch TV in the TV room. We would always just kick it in there. You know what I'm saying? Talking. And I'd be rapping or whatever. Niggas used to be shooting dice in there. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. So while we was in there, I'm rapping. This dude come in there, and he sit down in the front row, turn the TV on. Boom. While I'm rapping. So my little homie, he go over there, turn the TV off, like. So I keep rapping and shit. Like, I don't even pay no attention, like. Then, bruh, stand up, turn the TV back on. So now I'm like, what the fuck? So my little homie, he get up again, and this time he unplugged the TV. So, and then he like, man, the fuck, like. And so dude, he catch a little attitude, he act like he about to leave, and he tried to steal on one of my little homies, but he tried to sneak him. He tried to sneak my little homie, and he tried to hit the smallest one that was with us. But he not knowing the smallest one with us could fight the best out of all of us, cause he a Golden Gloves. He was a Golden Gloves when he was younger and shit, bro. Got mitts. So before we could even react, bro hit him already 100 times. Brrr, Mike Tyson. Then we finally get on him. Boy, hands and feet everywhere. It was crazy. Man, we duffed him out so crazy, bro. And not to glorify, bro, but, you know, it was incidents like this, bro, because I always got a story for everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I look at life, bro. I look at things like, how can I apply it to myself? How can I apply it to my life? If I can't understand it, bro, it don't have no value to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I could apply it to myself in some form or fashion, then I feel like I learned a lesson from it, bro. And it wasn't just, it wasn't just, you know, pointless. You know what I'm saying? So I like to say this, bro. Some guys, bro, they can't stand on their own in prison, bro. Some guys need to run in groups. Some guys need their guys in there to be able to have their back and to be able to feel like they tough or like they, you know what I'm saying, like they good in here. Some guys can't just walk that line by themselves. Some guys can't walk that yard by themselves, bro. You feel me? I was one of them guys who ain't need no crew, bro. The crew really needed me for real, bro, because I added so much value to the team. You know what I'm saying? But with or without a team, bro, I was that, bro. You feel me? But, and a lot of people too, bro, at the same time, they not hard by themselves. They not. They can't take it. You feel me? No Diddy, they can't take it, gang. But nah, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with me the other day, bro, for this story time, bro. I know this was a little drawn out, bro. I can get a little long-winded and shit sometimes, bro. But if y'all rock with me for the whole video, make sure you dropping W's in the comments, man. Until next time, man, it's up, bro. Yeah.